I won't go. I think I can go maybe if they carry me from here to Zim. But if they just say it on TV, I won't go.
What was known as the breadbasket of Africa suffered an unexpected fate in the early 2000s. Under the Robert Mugabe regime, political violence and economic instability reached unexpected heights in Zimbabwe. There was only one place to turn to. A country not too far from reach, less than 10 years into its promise of democracy, was a doorstep away. Borders were flooded with migrants. Thousands crossed dangerous streams and many more dug through fences with nothing but the clothes on their backs and a dream for a better life. The numbers flooding the gates of the Beitbridge border forced the South African government, led by then-President Jacob Zuma, to intervene. A sovereign decision was taken to regularize the migrants.
The purpose of this is not only to document the foreign Zimbabweans who are in South Africa, but it's also to regularize their stay.
This was done through the Special Dispensation for Zimbabweans, which later became known as the Zimbabwean Exemption Permit, a program which was renewed multiple times. In 2017, Zimbabwe saw a coup which ousted its former president, Robert Mugabe, and ushered in President Emerson Mnangagwa. The glee which poured into the streets of Zimbabwe created hope that the country would return to its former glory and its citizens could find their way home.
Today, we are witnessing the beginning of a new unfolding democracy for our country.
Zimbabwe, however, has not seen the desired change, and meanwhile, in its own backyard, South Africa's socio-economic challenges became so prominent that citizens could not turn a blind eye. Amid high unemployment, crime and rising poverty levels, South Africa saw a spike in anti-immigrant groups, whose accusing fingers pointed towards the migrants, calling for them to return home. While some have accepted the sovereign decision,
if I don't have documents, the best thing I should relocate to go home.
Others refuse to return home until the political and economic challenges are resolved.
I don't think all Zimbabweans are ready to go back home, because what brought us here in the first place is still there in our country. So Zimbabweans are so stressed that if they are chased out of South Africa, what are they going to do? There's no economy in Zimbabwe. We don't have our own currency, number one. Number two, the ZANU-PF government is looting, they're causing corruption. The hospitals are dilapidated. Everything in Zimbabwe is shattered.
In August, Zimbabwe is expected to head to its elections. Canny, Maphanga, SABC News, Johannesburg.